keep them rocking, keep them rolling. Here we go. We'll get to the next one. What's a good strategy to achieving goals? Well, first, know your what, figure out what that goal is, and then find the who. The fastest way to get to where you want to be is find someone that's already there in that situation and get directions from them, get help from them, or somebody that they know, all facilitated and work within the same frequency, the same energy. They're able to accelerate what you're doing by knowing your what and finding your who. And that's the great strategy of achieving your goals. Using the 5 daily practices are the best way. If you are not consistent in it, lower the bar. You got to be consistent and persistent in the pursuit of your potential. You got to do it every day without quit and enjoy it. Enjoy it by seeking the light, the love, and lessons, by using gratitude and forgiveness and accountability to be inspired in spirit. If you're down, out, then use motivation to get you up, get you back up, get you started, get you back started. But if you can utilize inspiration in spirit in order to allow things to come through you in the world of more than enough by utilizing gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability to appreciate, which means to add value to what you're giving away, and then you can go ahead and do that. How's you going up? You're here. It's a shrimp. You want to talk? Here, let's see. We'll add them in. Meltzer.com if you want any of this stuff. You want my book, my guides, exercises, David at dmeltzer.com. Ebook, audiobook. Hello.
Hello. Great
How
to
are
chat
you?
with you. Doing well yourself?
Amazing. Now even better that you're
Awesome.
here for my Ask Me Anything Monday. What's going
Thank
on? How can I
you.
help you?
So, my background is in sports medicine, and I have been in sports, pretty much all my life. And my husband and I also do business coaching to help those in sports and entertainment develop income streams by utilizing their platforms. So, my question is, knowing that the NCAA is going to start allowing collegiate athletes to use their likeness, what do you see as the future marketability and opportunity for collegiate collegiate athletes in both while they're playing and then upon graduation? And what kind of potential do you see for the future of this market?
Yeah, well, the future lies in being able to use your skills, knowledge, and desire, especially through sports, which has such huge emotional attachment to build a community. And the way that we build a community is to find our own frequency. So whether you're a third string lacrosse player or the star quarterback of a Division I school, top ranked Division I school, you're going to have to find your frequency. You're going to have to
Mm,
learn to be yourself and then be able to go ahead and amplify that to the right spectrum. So knowing the right audience, that's the lowest hanging fruit of that community. So if you're an Ohio State quarterback, then you better be utilizing your frequency to your best audience of the millions of alumni that went to Ohio State, plus young quarterbacks and other things that would build that spectrum. And then you got to practice. You have to post more than you've ever imagined, and you have to
yeah.
not worry about what anyone would ever think. Whether you're a third string lacrosse player or the starting quarterback at Ohio State, it's the exact same thing. And what I teach, and the easiest way to do it, is I actually have built it up to myself 4 different teams. You should have 4 different strategies as a young
Mm,
athlete.
mm,
One, what is my capture strategy? How am I capturing my own content to find not only my frequency, but to see it evolve and to accelerate and learn all those things that I'm talking about, strengthening the signal, finding and broadening the spectrum of people who are building the community, clarifying my message, because it's not what I say, it's what they hear. So many times,
right.
I'll give you an example. I talked about spending a minimum amount of time with my family, and I speak very quickly. I do. I spend a minimum of 2 minutes a day with each of my 3 teenage daughters.
Okay.
But every day, 7 days a week, a minimum. But people didn't hear that, right? They heard, oh my God, you only spend 2 minutes with your kids,
Right,
right?
right.
And it's an important lesson, because it's not, John Wooden actually, no, Lou Holtz was actually the one that taught me, it's not what you say, it's what they hear. Because
Mm,
as a coach, you think, he's probably one of the best football coaches in college football. He thought all his players heard him.
yeah,
Half of them had no clue what he said. And
right.
he had a little bit of a speech implement as well, and he just learned, it's not what I say, it's what I hear. So capture, then learn to modify. See, another strategy is that you could capture one piece of content, modify it for all the different platforms, use
Totally.
it for months. In
Right,
June, I'm going to
right.
come out, I'm going to prove in June, I've been trying to do this and I've convinced my team how we're going to do it, but I'm going to post the same video every single day and show how few people care and how
Yeah.
many more people love it in the
Agreed.
same
Yeah,
video,
that'll be
how
great.
big the audience. So capture, modify, and then over time you learn to amplify, right? You
Mm,
learn about buying ads, you learn about other channel partnerships, you learn about IG Live, all the different ways that we can amplify our brand and
yeah.
continually do it our whole lives. See,
Hmm.
remember, if you're that young, an 18-year-old freshman in college, and you are just doubling your audience. So when I met Gary Vee 4 years ago, I told him I had a 20-year strategy. I was 50 years old. And by the
Hmm.
time I was 70, I'd be the most popular 70-year-old. And I didn't care if anybody knew me at 50 because I would get two,
Totally.
right? Two ambassadors, two
Yeah,
people that would tell two people. Because after 20 years, when this 18-year-old is 38, if they can get two people that tell two people a year to tell two, it turns into 2 million people telling 2 million, 4 million telling
absolutely.
4 million. So
Yeah,
you got
it
to
becomes
teach them,
exponential.
yeah, the patience and
Hmm.
persistence. Then finally, the hardest thing to teach. So you have capture, modify, amplify, is perpetuate. See,
Mm,
when you're 18, you don't realize that if you do make it in anything, right?
yeah.
So if Dave Meltzer, who's an average Division III football player, if they
Hmm.
allowed me and there was social media when I was 18 to post my frequency, little did I know I'd have millions of people when I was 53, and
Totally.
they'd love to see Dave Meltzer in college saying something,
Yes. Right,
right?
right. It's true.
So they want a perpetual thing. And in some of my videos, you'll see I use old black and white footage from me and my mom, my single mom carrying me as a baby. And those things do way better than any of the, middle-aged mutant turtle videos I have
Yeah,
today. So
it's
uh,
true.
I think there's huge opportunity for what you're doing. I'm certainly appreciative and supportive of it. I'd be happy to help you. But if they utilize those two strategies of finding the frequency spectrum and strengthening and clarifying the message with the capture, modify, amplify, and perpetuate, you'll kill it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate you having me and taking my call.
You got it. Appreciate you. Come on anytime.
Okay,
Good luck.
sounds good. Thanks.
Bye bye. Oh, she gets it. All I got to say. All right, everyone, rocking and rolling. David at dmeltzer.com if you want those strategies of finding your frequency or videos on finding your frequency or my book. And I'm more than happy to send you the ebook, the audio book, or of course, my signed copy, and I'll pay for shipping. Not a problem. Uh, all righty. Here we go. How do you select a business? Look, you seek a business by looking at your skills, your knowledge, and your desire, finding where it's synergistic or supplementary to, looking to see what's doing well, what's basically stable, or what you think is going to do well, and then figure out how that skills, knowledge, and desires are aligned with that. You don't have to select a business, right? Your skills, knowledge, and desires should be applied to a business, and you should apply your passion, your purpose, and make it profitable for you and yourself. Great people coming on. It's Ask Me Anything Mondays. Every Monday, come on to Instagram Live. It's Ask Me Anything and Clubhouse at 3 p.m. Pacific. Ask Me Anything Mondays. You bring the questions, I'll bring the answers. Same as our Friday training this week is an Ask Me Anything, BYOQ. Bring your own questions. I'll bring the answers. How to keep positive at negative environment. All right. So first of all, you got to cancel all negativity. Even if it's in your mind or out loud, cancel it. And then what you need to do is you need to allow the negativity to fall away, or if it's certainly bleeding you, go ahead and fire it from your life. There's a great chain of bleeding or feeding that I utilize to indicate who I'm going to feed, those who feed me, and allow those others to fall away. It's much easier today to allow people to fall away because there's so many distractions. They're just on TikTok, on Instagram, totally distracted. They won't even notice you didn't call them back. So go ahead, feed those that feed you, allow others to fall away. And if you and are necessary, go ahead, fire the people that bleed you from your life. Let's keep the questions coming. Love it. We're kicking some butt today. It's Ask Me Anything Monday. My favorite way to start the week by being of service. I wake up every morning with one prayer in my head. May God give me at least 10 people I can help. And I love starting my Mondays this way with at least 10 people that I can help. I think I'm going to be a little too high. Yeah, no, nice. Hey, each their choice, man. You want to be high, broke, sick on your mom's couch? Everybody has a choice. What is the best way to enhance the marketing? That's a pretty broad question. Determinative upon what space, industry, career you're in, go ahead, reach out to me, david@dmeltzer.com. That's one that we can get a little bit more specific on so that I can help facilitate the best answer specific to that situation. Go ahead, reach out directly, david@dmeltzer.com. More than happy to send the 5 daily practices, how to build a brand, find your frequency. More than happy to send my book, ebook, audiobook, sign a book, ship it to you, pay for both, not a problem. david@dmeltzer.com. How do you process big decisions? There are no big decisions. All right. There are no big decisions. There's just decisions. And I process them by utilizing my 5 daily practices. See, decisions come quickly when you know your personal what. So when you know what you want today personally, what you want today experientially, what you want today to be of service and of value to others to give, and what you want to receive, it's quite easy when a decision needs to be made of how well it aligns with your personal experiential giving and receiving values. When you know your what, you then can figure out the who, the how, and the now. So you prioritize those decisions accordingly to the 5 daily practices. Email me. You can use it just as a checklist. It's so easy to start making millions, to start helping millions, and start having millions of fun in your life. David@dmeltzer.com. Rocking and rolling. Just reach out, please. It's all in my books. It's in my guides and my exercises, and they're all for free. 5 daily practices are know your what, your who, your how, your now, and your why. Why don't you email me, David Love? I'll be glad to give them to you. Know your what, your who, your how, your now, and your why. That'll get you there every time, allowing you to have stability in your decision making at the highest frequency, your highest awareness, including when to buy or sell. Knowing your timing and risk tolerance fall within the context of knowing your what, your who, your how, your now, and your why. Can you explain the bad food and negative energy thought? So nutrition, right? It's not bad food. It's just nutrition. Most people, when they think of nutrition, they think of food, right? And we all know you put bad nutrition in, you're going to aggregate and fade away and get sick. Well, all other things are nutrition that we take in. We don't necessarily have to only get nutrition through the mouth and the tube, right? We get nutrition from our eyes, what we look at, our ears, what we hear, our nose, what we breathe, our mouth, what we say. Utilize it as nutrition. Realize, feed yourself. Don't bleed yourself, right? You can't live on shit every day. And you can't eat shit every day. You'll end up in shit. So go ahead, look for the best, seek the best, enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. Look what nutrients you're feeding yourself with, not just food, not just what we drink, but our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, and our touch. Utilize it to get the best nutrition, to surround ourselves with the greatest ideas and people that you've ever imagined. You will expand and grow and accelerate. You will be able to achieve or manifest everything you desire rapidly and accurately. How do I stay happy and not let others get me mad? 5 daily practices. You got to know your what, your how, your who, your how, your now, and your why, especially practicing ending fear. See, if you want to stop what other people think affecting you, you got to learn what triggers you, who triggers you, how it triggers you. Do you have a need to be upset or separate, inferior, superior from those people? Angry, frustrated, worried, anxious, worrying. Worrying alone, right, is wishing for what you don't want. Do you have a need to be resentful or guilty or offended by these people? That's the trigger that puts you right into ego-based consciousness. It takes all the blood from your brain when you have the need to fight, feed, flight, or the other F word that Gary Vee likes to say. If you have that need, boom, all the blood leaves your brain to go to the body. Now you're trying to use your higher power of thinking when all the blood's in your body. Are you kidding me? You got to learn your triggers, learn who triggers you, what triggers you, and stop being triggered. You got to stop, drop, and roll. What does that mean? It means when you're triggered, your mind, your body, and your soul are on fire. You got to just stop. Don't fight it. Don't go around it, under it, through it. Don't do it. Just stop, breathe, get to center. Find your higher self, your higher awareness, your higher frequency. I see Christina Madrigal go there. She is of the higher frequency. Good to see you. I will see you later, I'm sure. Remember, Ask Me Anything Mondays. We're here every Monday in the morning on Instagram, 8 a.m. Pacific time, and on Clubhouse at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Come join me. Email me if you have any questions. If you want the 5 to Thrive, you want my book, 5 daily practices, just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. It's pinned right below, 949-298-2905. If you want to join my text community, Look, we got someone up there in ego-based consciousness. Shore Veer, good to see you, my friend. If you have a problem, if you are frustrated and angry like our friend there, just call me. Look, I'm going to give you my cell phone, especially Shore. Give me a call, brother. I want to help you. You are creating interference between you and what you already are. Health, wealth, happiness. Come, give me a call. 858-688-3294. Give me a call. I love to work through any pain anybody's in. Good morning, Laura. I see you there as well. It is Ask Me Anything Monday. We're rocking and rolling on Mondays. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com, if you need anything. Thank you for bringing all these questions. How did you find your who, your what, and your why? So every day I practice finding my what. So I go through an inventory of my personal values, experiential giving and receiving values, and I'm not afraid of changing my mind. I'm not afraid of setbacks. I'm not afraid of mistakes. I'm not afraid of changing my mind and being a hypocrite and telling people, I know I'm telling you this today, even though I told you something different yesterday. Because guess what? I learned. Because faith, to me, is the greatest GPS of all time. Not only does it reroute me and allow me to change my mind, right? When I miss an exit, have a flat tire, end up at the donut shop instead of at the gym, it reroutes me, but it also changes my destination. So it's a super GPS. Imagine if your GPS would find you a better place to eat when you're going in the wrong directions. It doesn't, but imagine if it did. That's what faith does. Remember, there's a great reconciliation. There's a great reconciliation between the truth and humankind. And the better we reconcile the two, by seeking and finding the light, the love, and the lessons and the truth, we can reconcile it with humankind through forgiveness and gratitude and accountability. This great reconciliation will allow you to have passion, purpose, and profitability in everything you do. It'll allow you to be happy. It will allow you, with no permission, it'll allow you. It'll clear the interference between you and what you already are. Your happiness, your health, your wealth, your worthiness, all these things you already are. All right, let's rock and roll. It's Ask Me Anything Monday. We are here 8 a.m. on Mondays, IG Live every Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific time on Clubhouse. Join me, david@dmeltzer.com. Get the 5 daily practices, the 5 to thrive. Get all how to find a frequency, david@dmeltzer.com. Get my book, ebook, audiobook. I will sign a copy, send it to you, pay for shipping. I promise you. All right, here we go. Is following a timetable effective? Well, I utilize something a little different, but yes, anything that you pay attention to and give intention to in the realm of time is effective, because we're utilizing that time more efficiently, effectively, with statistical success. What you pay attention to and what you give intention to will equal the coincidences in your life. I'm talking about the mathematical equation of luck. You want people to say you're lucky? Go ahead, pay attention to and give intention to what you think, say, do, and believe what you want. Keep these questions coming. We're on fire today. david@dmeltzer.com. What do you think about investing in plant-based industry? I do, by the way, but I know my timing and risk tolerance first. You can ask me anything about investing, but if you don't know your timing and risk tolerance, and you don't know the experts that you want to ask how to get to the best place you are to align what you want with your timing and risk tolerance, it doesn't matter what you're investing in: cryptos, NFTs, real estate. It doesn't matter. You got to know your timing and risk tolerance. You got to use the 5 daily practices to figure that out, and then find an expert with the who, someone that's sitting in the situation that you want to be in, to help guide you and align you with what you want personally, experientially, giving and receiving wise, with your timing and risk tolerance, in order to effectuate the best investment. You also have to know the difference between investment and prospecting. Too many people are prospecting today with crypto. They're prospecting with NFTs. They're not investing. They have no timing and risk tolerance analysis. They have no value justification. They have no mentorship, no expertise involved in what they're doing. In us, it's prospecting. You might as well go buy a pick and a shovel, get up and get some gold. It's about the same thing, same chances. You're going to end up like a gambler that doesn't have an exit strategy. That's right. You're going to end up keep on gambling until you're at zero. Because I've been there. I've lost over $100 million with that dumb strategy. Now I take my timing and risk tolerance and align it with what I want. Find the expertise, the what, the who, the how, the now, and the why. Go ahead, email me, david@dmeltzer.com, if you're interested in that at all. Could you elaborate on how to be an effective student of the calendar? Yes, give it a minimum of 10 minutes a day to start, and study your calendar. Study it. Study what you have planned today. Don't just look at it. Open it up. Think to yourself, How can I be more efficient? How can I be more effective? How can I be more statistically successful with what I'm doing? Who can help me? Use the 5 daily practices within the context of being a student of the calendar. See how more efficient, effective, and statistically successful. Use the lens of productivity of how much more value you can provide to this one thing. How accessible are you to others or accessing what you want? And how gracious are you? Are you finding the light, the love, and the lessons? Do you get to do this, or are you feeling like you got to do it? Because if you're feeling like you got to do it, then take a break, learn to love it, find and seek how you can get to do it. Use the higher power of thinking in order to effectuate expansion, growth, and acceleration by having a mindset, a heart set, and the conscious continuum all aligned towards what you want, according to the 5 daily practices. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. If you want those, my book, ebook, audiobook, I'll sign it, send it, ship it to you. I'll pay for shipping. It doesn't matter. Good to see you. Let's keep this rocking and rolling. It's Ask Me Anything Monday. If you're not getting the feel for it, then you're missing out. We have Ask Me Anything Monday here on IG at 8 a.m. and Clubhouse at 3 p.m. Pacific time. How do you stay focused when you are financially stressed and have an ongoing obstacle and refuse to settle because of an unfortunate? So I've had that. First of all, I believe in refocus. See, you can only focus in on one thing. You only focus in on one thing. So those people that are capable of focusing, refocusing, focusing, refocus, focus, refocus, and you can practice that. Kathy Cardenas, my girl, how are you? Great to see you with Danica Patrick the other day, and the great Nekio and Novak, and unbelievable guys. But Kathy, you're the bomb. You reach out anytime, anything you need, and say hi to Donovan McNabb for me. Always a pleasure. But we got to focus and refocus just like I did. You can practice focus and refocus by doing what you're doing and looking at your calendar, studying it at the same time. See, the faster you can go focus, 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 the faster you can use the speed of thought, which moves faster than the speed of light, which means you can move your thoughts faster than time. You can make it appear as if you're multitasking, but what you're really doing is refocusing. Focus, refocus, focus, refocus. Use that muscle. First, find out and identify where that muscle is. It's kind of like, doing triceps. There's 3 different muscles within the context of the tricep. Most people don't know where or how to utilize those until someone teaches them. The same thing with focus. I can teach you that. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. All right, we are on to the last question. Here we go. What's your favorite book, video, movie about finding connecting to the higher power of thinking? It is funny that you asked this. Wayne Dyer's girls reached out to me, Sage and Serena, and they've written a book called Knowing. Wayne Dyer's book, Power of Intention, is the most powerful book. I read it every day or listen to it every day. I channel Wayne Dyer. I love Wayne Dyer, and they were compelled or called to have me help them and work with them, and I am more than excited. So the books that I read, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Power of Intention. I can't wait to read Knowing by Serena and Sage Dyer as well. And of course, the Course in Miracles I practice every day. So good, everyone. I appreciate you so much. Please reach out to me if you need anything. 5 daily practices, the finding the frequency, david@dmeltzer.com. We're here. We do training on Friday. Ask me anything later today at 3 p.m. Friday's training is BYOQ. You bring the questions, I'll bring the answers. Hot seat coaching is my specialty. I can roll through and answer these things all day long for the benefits of others. I want to thank everyone for answering my prayer this morning that would God give me at least 10 people I can help. I hope I achieve that and more. LFG, let's F and go, as Tom Brady says. Thank you, everybody. David@dmeltzer.com. Join my text community, 949-298-2905. 3 o'clock Pacific time on Clubhouse. Come join me today. Most importantly, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Let's have a great week. Peace.